If you own real estate in Brazos County, you're probably overpaying for your taxes right now. $600, $1,200, $2,000 a year. And the kicker is the county, well, they're perfectly okay with that. My name is Greg Schwartz. I'm a real estate agent and investor here in Bryan-College Station, Texas. And I have been battling increasing appraisal values for myself and my clients for years. And in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how the system works, why it feels like your property taxes are so high, and then I'm going to give you the step-by-step on how to protest your taxes back down to a reasonable level. This is going to be a good one, so let's get into it. You might be asking yourself, first off, Greg, I don't even know what the assessed value is on my property or where to find it. Well, don't worry, it's pretty easy. You go to brazoscad.org. CAD stands for Central Appraisal District, and of course that is the government body that's in charge of assessing the values of our houses for property tax purposes. You can go to their website, you can do a property search for your address, and you can find out what the assessed value is for your property. What you might find out is that assessed value is wildly inaccurate. In fact, I'd say it is worse than the Zillow estimate, and here's why. The way that a county does an assessment on a property is via a mass appraisal system. That is exactly what it sounds. They are not sending an individual to every single house to walk every single house the way we would have an appraisal done when we're buying or selling. No, they're doing it based on square footage, lot size, whether or not you have a detached garage, those kind of things. As a result, their accuracy is, well, it's pretty loose. The state law requires them to have a goal of being plus or minus 10% of the actual market value. Okay, so a mass system and a pretty loose requirement in terms of their accuracy. Well, that means that here in Bryan-College Station, you could have a $300,000 house, that's about our median price, that is off by $30,000. Well, if you're paying an additional $30,000 on value that is just not accurate, that means that at a 2 to 2.5% tax rate, which is common here in Bryan-College Station, you are overpaying by $600 to $750 per year. Now, if you're an investor like I am, $600 a year comes out to $50 a month, which is important because I usually have a goal, and a lot of my investors do too, of $100 per month in cash flow. Well, if the appraisal is off by $30,000 and I pay an additional $600 in taxes, that's $50 a month, and there goes 50% of my cash flow because of just one expense. And that's unacceptable. So let's fix it. So how do you, as a real estate investor or property owner here in Brazos County, actually protest your taxes? I'm gonna take you screen by screen exactly how it's done. This will be your complete guide to protesting your assessed value and ultimately lowering your property taxes in Brazos County. Let's get started with step one, which seems pretty obvious, but is super important. And that is determine the assessed value of your property. Now, the official way to do this is that the county mails out a notice of appraised value every single year on April 1st, which means as a property owner here in Bryan-College Station, you should be receiving this in the first 2 weeks of April. Now, this is very important. Not only does this notice have a lot of important information on it, so don't throw it away, but it also starts the clock because according to Texas law, you have up to May 15th or 30 days after receiving the notice to actually file your appeal. So time is of the essence, which means we should roll into step two. Step two is that you're going to collect evidence to support your claim that the assessed value that the county provided is higher than the market value. And the best way to determine market value, of course, is comps. The best place to get comps is from your local real estate agent. As a real estate agent and owner of Schwartz Realty Group, we help our investors do this every single year because our goal, of course, is to increase ROI, increase cash flow. If you have questions about this process, how we help our clients out, just shoot me an email. All you need is the word cash and send it to my email, greg@schwartzrealtygroup.com. Now that you have your assessed value and your evidence, step three, well, is to actually file. And this is also pretty dang simple. You go to brazoscad.org and you click on the appeals portal in the top left corner. This will take you then to a sign-in page. If you've never signed in before, you'll need two important pieces of information, two numbers that you'll find on that notice of appraised value that the county sent to you, and that is your e-file number and owner ID number. You'll use these to sign in, and then bam, you're in the portal. The next step is to go down to the address of the property you're looking to protest, click on the view/file for your online appeals, and then follow the very simple step-by-step guide that the county has for you. This will allow you to upload evidence and of course provide what you feel like is an appropriate market value for the property. The fourth step, well, this time it's the county step, so you don't have to do anything. The county will then take the evidence and reassess the value of your property. In a lot of cases, I would say as much as 90% of cases, the county will come back with a lower number and, well, you have a lower assessed value and therefore lower property taxes. Congratulations, you just saved yourself money. That's worth a like and subscribe. So go down below, hook me up. Little like, little subscribe. I just saved you money. For some unlucky few of you out there is a fifth step, and that is if the county does not come back with assessed value that is lower, you'll have the ability to actually have your day in court. So step 5 is that you go in person, present your evidence to a board of human beings, and state your case on why you feel like market value is less than county's assessed value. And that's it. We just saved you on one of your biggest expenses as an investor in Bryan-College Station, Texas. And of course, when you're analyzing a property, you want to account for property taxes and all of the other expenses. If you want help analyzing properties, I recommend this as the next video. Check this out right here. I break down exactly how I analyze properties here at Bryan-College Station.